is Trivia for Kids, where it's not just for adults anymore.
Welcome to our podcast.
Trivia for Kids.
We're a couple of weirdos.
It's Quinn.
And Casey.
And we're here for episode 28 on Trivia for the Kids.
No, we're not. We did 28 last week. This is episode
29.
So, Quinn, I feel like I've gotten this request quite a few times for a category, and I feel like people are going to be really jazzed about one of these categories this week. Can you guess which one it is? Star Wars!
Oh, man. Don't even get me started.
Do you know that people like Star Wars?
Actually? No, I'm just joking. I like Star Wars, too.
There's even a day of the year to celebrate Star Wars.
The May 4th be with you.
May the 4th be with you. So,
Get it?
for all you Star Wars fans, we've got a category specifically for you this week. Very exciting. So, last night, our family got to do something pretty cool that we don't usually get to do very often. Where did we go, Quinn?
The rodeo.
To the rodeo.
It was awesome.
It was very fun. It was cool. Nobody got hurt. It was a beautiful night.
They did bull riding, bull bucking. Is that what you call it?
Bull riding and bull bucking are probably the same thing. Bronc riding, saddle bronc riding,
yeah, and
barrel racing.
Then they
roped
a cow and
steer
then
wrestling.
went over to tie up its feet. Yeah, those kind of things.
And they also had, since where my parents live got so much rain, they had a
mud puddle competition. Well, belly
flap competition. So they got 3 volunteers to come out and do a belly flap into a giant mud puddle in the middle of the arena. And what did the winner get?
$200.
$200. It was really funny.
This little boy made a lot of cash.
Yeah, 2 adult men did it, but the little boy, he did the best belly flap, so he got the money. So that was fun. That was something unique. But now, back to the grind, back to the work week tomorrow. Oh, well. We're almost a month out from school, though. Oh, man.
I don't really want to go back. I'm sorry. I like school. I'm into summer this year.
You're into it. You're here for it, huh?
Very.
All right. Well, do you have a joke of the week?
I do. What kind of tree can you hold in your hand? A palm tree.
Oh, yes. Obviously.
Duh.
Oh, hey, you guys, I was going to make sure to tell you. So if you are one of our Patreon subscribers, every week we've been sending out a free answer to that week's podcast. So if you want some inside scoop and a free answer, check out our Patreon page. Now, without further ado,
let's get this Trivia for Kids podcast on the road. Here's how the show works. Trivia for Kids consists of 5 rounds with 7 questions each. We will announce the answers at the end of each round. Each new round will have a different category. After the 5th round, we will have the final exam, which will test you on the toughest questions we have covered in the previous rounds. Everyone ready? Let's get started.
Round number 1. The category is Star Wars. Brothers Collins and Keith and listener Marshall had this awesome category idea. Great job, boys. Question 1. What is Baby Yoda's real name? Question 2. What was the name of Han Solo's ship? Question 3. How are Luke and Princess Leia related? Question 4. What Wookiee is Han Solo's loyal friend and first mate? Question 5. What is the weapon used by Jedi Knights? Question 6. Which young Jedi Knight becomes Darth Vader in Star Wars Revenge of the Sith? Question 7. What do they call the invisible power that binds the galaxy together?
And now the answers to round 1. Question 1. What is Baby Yoda's real name?
Grogu is adorable. Like the cutest little thing. Whoever made Grogu is brilliant because he is the cutest.
Do you watch The Mandalorian?
I don't. Your dad did, and I have not seen it yet.
Question 2. What is the name of Han Solo's ship?
The Millennium Falcon. It's a cool name.
Call. Question 3. How are Luke Skywalker and Princess Leia related?
They're brother and sister.
What?
Yep,
I did not know that.
sure are.
Question 4. What Wookiee is Han Solo's loyal friend and first mate?
Chewbacca. Can you do the Chewbacca sound?
Oh.
Nope. Like, no, that's too like cartoony. I can't get low enough. Nope. Sorry.
Isn't it just like a low honk?
No, it's like
Oh.
like a kind. Well, that was kind of close, but it's lower than our voices are going. I read that the Chewbacca suit in the movie weighed 8 pounds.
Well, that's pretty heavy.
But it was hot too.
Question 5. What is the weapon used by Jedi Knights?
A lightsaber, which also makes its own unique noise. Can you do that one?
Bing.
That's how. Yeah, that when they open, that's how it sounds. And it's like.
Oh, yeah. Question 6. Which young Jedi Knight becomes Darth Vader in Star Wars Revenge of the Sith?
Anakin Skywalker.
So, are they brother and sister too?
Anakin Skywalker is Luke and Leia's dad. So Darth Vader. Oh man, I might have had to do a spoiler alert for that. Darth Vader is Luke and Leia's dad. Haven't you ever heard of Luke, I am your father? Have you heard of that?
Isn't the phrase "No, I am your father"?
Yes, but so that's I was gonna put that as a trivia question because
man.
that quote, everybody says it's Luke, I am your father, but that's the wrong quote. That's not really what he says.
Oh my gosh.
So,
So
like, I feel
you
like
just told me that Princess Leia and Luke were brother and sister, and now you're telling me that Darth Vader is their dad?
And before he was named Darth Vader, he was Anakin Skywalker. Like Luke Skywalker. Makes sense, huh?
Question 7. What do they call the invisible power that binds the galaxy together?
The Force. Use the Force, Luke.
Use it.
Round 2. The category is sharks. This category idea is thanks to Collins and Keith as well. Keep those ideas coming. Question 1. What type of shark is the largest? Question 2. What are baby sharks called? Question 3. What are shark skeletons made out of? Question 4. After a shark eats a seal or a sea lion, how long can it go without eating another meal? Question 5. Which organ helps sharks to float? Question 6. What does a hammerhead shark use its unusually shaped head for? Question 7. What are shark eggs called? And now the answers for round number 2. Question 1. What type of shark is the largest?
The whale shark. A whale shark can weigh as much as 13 tons, which is the same as 2 African elephants.
Massive. Could you imagine just taking a little dip in the ocean?
I would think it would be like 17 African elephants, but taking a dip in the ocean and what?
And seeing a mammal fish the size of 2 African elephants, I'd be a little scared.
I'd be intimidated.
I'd be a lot scared.
Yeah.
Question 2. What are baby sharks called?
Pups. Sharks give birth to live pups. The pups are born ready to swim and eat.
Baby shark do 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 do.
Baby shark do 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 do.
They're called pups do 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 do. Baby sharks.
Yeah, I think that's gonna be what my dream's about tonight. That song is so catchy. It's crazy.
Question 3. What are shark skeletons made out of?
Cardigans. Our ears.
Oh, honey, that was funny.
What's a cardigan?
Do you want to say what the real answer is?
Cartilage. Our ears and the tips of our noses are also made out of cartilage.
Cardigans.
What are those
awesome.
again?
What's a cardigan? It's like a women's sweater or man's sweater that you can button up.
Oh yeah. You see a shark made out of cardigan.
Oh my goodness. Question. Oh, wait, now I'm all flustered. Question 4. After a shark eats a seal or sea lion, how long can it go without eating another meal?
A month.
Question 5. Which organ helps sharks to float?
Their liver. Shark livers are big, fat, and oily, helping to keep sharks buoyant.
Do you know what buoyant means?
Floating. We just learned about it in science.
Yep, buoyant.
Shout out to my science teacher. Thanks, Mrs. Holsoff.
Question 6. What does a hammerhead shark use its unusually shaped head for?
Catching stingrays. Hammerhead sharks use their wide, flat heads to pin stingrays, their favorite food, to the ocean floor.
I did not know this. I thought it was
either.
I don't know. I thought it had something to do with trying to decide how wide things were or something to help them like decipher width of things. And nope.
You can't see in the middle of your forehead.
Flatten stingrays and catch them and eat them.
That's
smart.
I did not know that.
Question 7. What are shark eggs called?
Mermaid purses.
That's adorable. Mermaid purses.
I love that.
That's so cute. Boy, if you were a mermaid and you dug into your purse and a baby shark bit your finger, that's not adorable, though. Round 3. The category is Sonic the Hedgehog, the movie. This category is brought to you by the brother and sister duo, Kate and Andrew. Thanks so much, guys. Question 1. What colors are Sonic's shoes? Question 2. What is the name of the little girl who gives Sonic his shoes? Question 3. In which state is Green Hills located? Question 4. How did Sonic describe Tom's t-shirt? Question 5. What does Sonic want to finish/accomplish while he's still on Earth? Question 6. What is the name of the villain in the movie played by Jim Carrey? Question 7. What does Crazy Carl call Sonic?
And now the answers to round 3. Just a little heads up, I love this movie. I think it's awesome, and I'd really recommend you watching it.
So you were pretty excited when Kate and Andrew emailed this one into us, huh?
Oh, yeah. Question 1. What color are Sonic's shoes?
Red and white.
I like those shoes. They're a big trademark.
Yeah, with his blue fur? Well, I guess
They're
he's a hedgehog.
quills.
Oh, quills. Yeah, there you go.
Question 2. What is the name of the little girl who gives Sonic his shoes?
Jojo.
Well, she gives him his new shoes. His old ones are all worn out from running too fast.
Oh.
Question 3. Where is Green Hills located?
In the Big Sky State, Montana.
I wasn't thinking Montana. I was thinking more California. But I was wrong. Question 4. How did Sonic describe Tom's t-shirt?
Skin tight. Sonic, he's funny. He's got a lot of one-liner jokes for old Tom. He's kind of a quick-witted little hedgehog.
Mm-hmm. And he acts like any other teenage person. Any tween age. That's the thing.
Yeah. I would say you're a tween.
Age person.
You're tween being a child and a teen, so you're a tween.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Not a child, though. Question 5. What does Sonic want to finish/accomplish while he's still on Earth?
His bucket list.
He has all this stuff that he wrote on his bucket list, and he wants to finish all of it on Earth until he has to move to another planet.
What were some of the things on his bucket list? Why did they go to that? Why was he dressed as a cowboy and they went to that bar?
Because that was a cowboy bar, and these like buff people all went there.
Why did he want to go there though?
Because that was one of the things on his bucket list. He wanted to start a bar fight.
Oh, that's what the bucket list was. Okay.
Another one was like slam dunk, and he wanted to.
What's something on your bucket list?
I don't know. Learn how to water ski.
Ooh.
Question 6. What is the name of the villain in the movie played by Jim Carrey?
Dr. Robotnik.
Also known as Eggman.
He's very
He's a very good
villain.
actor.
Yeah, he's a good villain.
He also plays the Grinch.
Yeah.
In the real life Grinch. He's good.
He is good.
Question 7. What does Crazy Carl call Sonic?
The Blue Devil.
I know you're out there, and I know you're real. That's what he says. He's hanging upside down in one of Sonic's traps. He's like, I'll get you.
Do you think he's a Duke fan?
Hmm?
You know, like Duke University. They're the Blue Devils.
Oh.
Round 4. The category is agriculture. Question 1. What percentage of the food purchased for at-home consumption ends up getting thrown away in America? Question 2. Name the only vegetable or fruit that is never sold frozen, canned, processed, cooked, or in any other form except fresh. Question 3. Of all the vegetables, only 2 can live to produce on their own for several growing seasons. All other vegetables must be replanted each year. What are the only 2 perennial vegetables? Question 4. What is the hair-like material on an ear of corn called? Question 5. In what season are soybeans harvested? Question 6. What crop is grown most in the United States? Question 7. What is food called that is produced without the use of chemical fertilizers, pesticides, or other artificial agents? Round 4 answers. Here we go. Question 1. What percentage of food purchased for at-home consumption ends up getting thrown away in America?
25%. A whopping 40% of all food grown and produced in the U.S. is never eaten.
Ugh, that is heartbreaking. Although I can see, being a mom who buys groceries, how, well, 25% does seem kind of high. I feel like I'm pretty good about making sure we eat stuff, but you buy vegetables, or you buy milk and you don't drink the whole gallon, or you buy vegetables and you run out of time to make a meal with them and then they get moldy, or oh man,
Or your kids don't eat them, and you already took them out, and you
Right.
can't just put them back.
25% is bad. What a waste.
And
then I think about
40.
And then you think about all the kids or all the people in third world countries who don't have food, and sad. I need to do a better job. I'm going to make it a goal. Question 2. Name the only vegetable or fruit that is never sold frozen, canned, processed, cooked, or in any form except fresh.
Lettuce.
Let us pray. Sorry.
Amen.
But yeah, lettuce is only sold fresh. Interesting. Question 3. Of all the vegetables, only 2 can live to produce on their own for several growing seasons. All other vegetables must be replanted each year. What are the only 2 perennial vegetables?
Asparagus and rhubarb. Never had rhubarb, but I like asparagus.
You've probably had rhubarb in a dessert. Rhubarb alone is
Sweet?
no, it's not. It's more sour and bitter. It's like a long stalk. It's like if you had it's like celery, except it doesn't have the curve in it. It's just like a full stalk with a huge leaf on the end, and it grows in like a big bunch. So all these stalks, very big leaves that are sour and bitter and sort of stringy. And so really the only way I know that people make them around here, at least, is in desserts. So they'll make like rhubarb meringue pie or rhubarb cobbler or crisp or something like that. Do you know what perennial means?
Mm-mm.
So if you have to replant a flower or a vegetable every year, they're called an annual. But if they grow back on their own year after year, they're called a perennial.
Huh.
Question 4. What is the hair-like material on an ear of corn called?
Silk. It's actually really soft.
It is soft, yep. We like our corn here in Iowa, don't we? Question 5. In what season are soybeans harvested?
In the fall.
So when I was a kid, my grandpa was a farmer. And I remember he used to pay us to go out into the soybean fields, and he'd give us a corn knife, which is basically like this long, flat sword with a wooden handle. And we'd go out into the soybean fields and we'd walk and we'd chop weeds. And he'd pay us to do that.
How much?
I don't remember. It was not much, but it was money, so I did it. Question 6. What crop is grown most in the United States?
Corn, followed by soybeans.
2 corn questions. Sorry.
Isn't like Nebraska the corn state?
Cornhusker state?
Yeah, no.
Yeah, they are.
I thought Iowa was like the one that grew the most corn.
Maybe. Iowa is known for corn, but you're right. Nebraska is the Cornhusker state. And that's what it's called when you take the ear out of the corn outside, out of the husk. You husk the corn, so you're a Cornhusker.
Oh, isn't that like the name of a team though?
Yes, that is the name of their football team, yes. Question 7. What is a food called that is produced without the use of chemical fertilizers, pesticides, or other artificial agents?
Organic food.
Yep, organic. Just straight up as it is.
Like lettuce.
Well, you can still put pesticides on lettuce. So fresh and organic are different. Fresh means like freshly picked. Organic means that they didn't spray them for bugs or weeds or anything like that.
Oh.
Round 5. The category is the Bible. Question 1. What was the name of the beautiful garden Adam and Eve lived in? Question 2. To whom did God give the 10 Commandments? Question 3. We all know there are 7 days in a week. The Bible says that God created the world in 6 days. What did he do on the 7th day? Question 4. What was the name of the tax collector that climbed up into a sycamore tree in order to get a better look at Jesus? Question 5. What was Jesus' mother's name? Question 6. This man led people in Jericho where he made the walls fall down in an unusual way. Who was he? Question 7. Who walked on water but then fell because he stopped trusting Jesus?
And now the answers to round 5. Question 1. What is the name of the beautiful garden that Adam and Eve lived in?
Eden.
So beautiful. Well, never seen it, but the way they picture it is just...
Yeah, but then Adam and Eve got the boot
Yeah.
because they were not.
Do you think that fruit tasted good, though?
Oh, man. I bet it was the best you'd ever had.
Question 2. To whom did God give the 10 Commandments?
Moses. Can you name all 10 commandments? And go.
One is like, thou shalt not kill, thou shalt not steal. But yeah, I need to brush up on that. I just read it yesterday.
We'll go over that. Maybe we should go over that in devotions that night.
Question 3. We all know that there are 7 days in a week. The Bible says that God created the world in 6 days. What did he do on the 7th day?
He rested. I bet he was tired. That was a lot of work to get done. Yeah, that's probably exactly how it went.
Question 4. What was the name of the tax collector that climbed up in a sycamore tree in order to get a better look at Jesus?
Zacchaeus was a wee little man,
and a wee little man was he. He climbed up in a sycamore tree.
For the
Lord
Lord
he wanted to see.
Zacchaeus is the answer.
Question 5. What was Jesus' mother's name?
Mary.
Question 6. This man led people in Jericho where he made the walls fall down in an unusual way. Who was he?
Joshua. God instructed Joshua and his people to walk around the wall 6 times, blowing trumpets. And then on the 7th day, Joshua gave them the order and they all yelled really, really loudly. And when they yelled, the walls came a-tumbling down.
Oh, yeah.
If only words were that easy. Yes, that's the song. Joshua won the battle of Jericho and the walls came tumbling down.
Question 7. Who walked on water but then fell because he stopped trusting Jesus?
Peter. So what happens in this story is Peter and a couple other disciples are out fishing, and it's in the very, very early morning, so it's still dark, and they see somebody walking from the shore out on the water toward them, and they think it's a ghost, and they're all really, really, really scared. But Jesus is like, don't worry, it's me, don't be afraid. And then Peter says, well, Jesus, if it's you, tell me to come to you on the water. And he's like, okay, do it. And so Peter starts walking, and Jesus is allowing him to walk on the water toward him. Then Peter gets scared and he stops believing, and then he starts to sink in the water. And then Jesus gets up to him and he said, you have little faith. Why did you doubt? Could you imagine? So cool.
That would be kind of scary, though. You're like, if I take one wrong step,
I'm going to get eaten by a whale shark.
Yeah. Whale sharks aren't actually known to eat people. For FYI.
And now it's time for the final exam. Now remember, you've heard these questions in the previous rounds, but these were the hardest ones we've had. So use your memory and try to think back to what the answers are. Question 1. What is Baby Yoda's real name?
Grogu.
Question 2. Which organ helps sharks to float?
Their liver.
Question 3. Name the only vegetable or fruit that is never sold frozen, canned, processed, cooked, or in any other form except fresh.
Lettuce.
Question 4. What did God do on the 7th day after he created the earth?
He rested.
Question 5. What are shark eggs called?
Mermaid purses.
Question 6. What are the only 2 perennial vegetables?
Asparagus and rhubarb.
Question 7. Who walked on water but then fell because he stopped trusting Jesus?
Peter. And well, that's
How do you want to end the show tonight? Tell me your favorite board game.
well. I like Scrabble.
Oh, I do like Scrabble. We've been playing that a lot lately. That one's fun.
What's yours?
Trivial Pursuit, because I love
Oh,
trivia.
that one's so good. You should get that. It's actually really good.
There's a Trivial Pursuit kids versus adults. That
Yeah.
has kids questions and adult questions.
Yeah.
That one's fun.
Yeah,
we like that one.
Awesome.
What is your favorite month?
Do I even have to answer?
Yeah.
Okay, July. It's my birthday month.
You're almost your birthday, like 2 weeks, girl. Are you pumped? What are we going to do?
I don't know. I don't even know what I want.
Well, you already got your present, so sorry to burst your bubble.
Yeah, I meant for like my grandparents and
I
my
see.
aunt and uncle.
Okay, we got to go. I know you want to go play outside with your friends, so thank you, everybody, for listening.
Thank you.
Have a
You
great
guys are-
week.
You guys are the bomb.
Please follow us on Instagram and Facebook at Trivia for Kids Podcast. And if you have a question idea or even an entire category, please email us at triviaforkidspodcast@gmail.com.